How about we unbox this Santos de Cartier, and I'll go over my initial thoughts. Let's go.
So he's been looking for somebody who could save him, instead of searching inside for what they gave him. A strong will, strong mind causes mayhem. We could change the world, change times, rearrange them. Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want to place.
The original Cartier Santos was designed by Louis Cartier for aviation pioneer Alberto Santos Dumont in the year 1904. It was one of the first men's watches designed to be worn on the wrist. Essentially, it was the first aviator's wristwatch. But over 100 years, this has become one of the most iconic design watches of all time. What I love about this watch foremost is the design. When you look at the older versions of the Santos from the year 1915, you can see that Cartier has stayed true to the original design. Cartier has referred to the design language of the Santos as being inspired by the golden age of urban architecture. It has a square shape, it's highly symmetrical, with a purpose-built design, which even has functional screws that hold the bezel. It's also really recognizable. Any watch lover can recognize a Cartier Santos from across the room. And lastly, ladies love the Cartier brand. I picked up this medium Santos de Cartier, reference number WSSA0029, with an MSRP of $6,800 American dollars in early 2022. I have it on good authority that Richemont, who owns Cartier, will be raising the prices later this year. The movement in this is the 1847 MC. The MC stands for Manufacturer Cartier, as this is an in-house automatic movement. The movement itself is only 3.8 millimeters thick and offers a high level of anti-magnetism. Cartier advertises it as being protected with paramagnetic alloys, but they don't specifically quote the number of Gauss it can withstand. This one has a 23 joule movement that beats at 28,800 vibrations per hour and carries approximately a 42-hour power reserve. Now let's go over the case. The case width is quoted as being approximately 35 millimeters wide and just under 9 millimeters thick. The crystal is made of a rounded sapphire, and the crown has 7 sides with a synthetic spire on the head of the crown. The case is protected by a solid steel case back, which lies very comfortably on the wrist. The water resistance on this is quoted as being 10 bar or 100 meters. So you can swim with it, but definitely no diving, snorkeling, or scuba diving, or other vigorous water activities. It does not have a screw down crown, so I would swim sparingly with this one. The bracelet is made of steel and has what they call their quick switch feature that allows you to quickly swap between bracelet and strap without the need of a spring bar tool. In order to change the bracelet, you really just need to press your fingernail down on this button here, which then allows you to pop the bracelet off, and then you can put on the leather strap, which also comes with it. The bracelet also has what they call Smart Link technology, which are these tiny buttons along one side of the bracelet, and by pushing those, it allows you to quickly swap out the links without needing screws. The clasp is a butterfly clasp, but it doesn't offer much micro adjustments. The links themselves are pretty short, so I don't have a hard time getting a comfortable fit with this one. When purchased in this configuration, the watch comes with a steel bracelet and a strap option. Cartier will include either a tan, brown, or blue calfskin strap included with the purchase, and that comes with a deployant buckle. My dealer offered to let me upgrade the strap to one of Cartier's more premium straps, like their Croc strap, but I had to pay an additional fee for that. So I opted for the tan, or what they call their beige calfskin strap. You can always buy extra straps from Cartier at a later date. So by looking at the ends of the strap, you can see the quick change feature that I was talking about. So next I want to talk about the dial. The dial features blued sword-style hands, a silvered opaline dial, and painted Roman numerals. Cartier added their customary hidden Cartier logo on the V of the 7th Roman numeral. There's no date on the medium-size model, but they do add a date on the larger version. There's no loom, which isn't too unusual for a dress watch. When it comes to warranty, when you purchase the watch, you can actually electronically register the timepiece using the serial number, and Cartier gives you an 8-year warranty. So my initial impressions are that this is a great option for guys wanting a dressier watch under the $10,000 price point. I think that the Santos is one of the most iconic watch designs of the past 100 years, and the Santos model is a little more versatile than the Cartier Tink, in my opinion. As far as the downsides of this watch, I can only find a few. First, the butterfly clasp is less secure than what I'm used to. The bracelet and clasp system on the Santos is extremely comfortable and well made, but you do give up a little security by not having a safety clasp. I've not had this one unintentionally come undone yet, but I know from past experience that with activity, butterfly clasps can be a little bit of a weakness. Second, the movement only has approximately a 42-hour power reserve. It's not the end of the world, but at this price point, you could argue that you might expect more of a power reserve. Another consideration is the high polished bezel on this watch is a scratch and fingerprint magnet. Next, there is no loom on the dial. It's not a huge deal for a dress watch, but could leave something to be desired for an everyday piece. And lastly, the price. You are definitely paying top dollar for the brand name and prestige. So there you have it. My unboxing and initial thoughts of the medium Santos de Cartier. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and until next time, wear your watches.